Inputs and to our viewers, we now bring Prime Minister Narendra Modi's address at the Invest India conference. We bring you Prime Minister's address now.
My dear friends, Namaste. First of all, I would like to compliment Sri Prem Vats for creating this forum. It is good to see so many investors and businesses of Canada here. I am glad you are being exposed to the tremendous investment and business opportunities in India. Friends, there is one thing common to most people in the audience. It has people who take investment decisions. Decisions which assess risk. Decisions which predict return while making investment. I want to ask you, what do you think about before investing in any country? Does the country have a vibrant democracy? Does the country have political stability? Does the country have investment and business-friendly policies? Does the country have transparency in governance? Does the country have a skilled talent pool? Does the country have a large market? These are different questions you may be asking. The undisputed answer to all these questions is one, and that is India. There is an opportunity for everyone, institutional investors, manufacturers, supporters of innovations, ecosystems, and infrastructure companies. There is an opportunity to invest, to set up units and to run businesses. There is an opportunity to partner with our private sector and with the governments. There is an opportunity to earn as well as learn. Not only that, as well as to lead. There is an opportunity to grow. Friends, in the post-COVID world, you will often hear of various kinds of problems. Problems of manufacturing, problems of supply chains, problems of PPP, etc. Problems are natural. However, India had not let those problems be. We showed resilience and emerged as a land of solutions. We provided free food grain to 800 million people and free cooking gas to around 80 million families. And for a long time, despite disrupted logistics, we are able to deliver money directly into bank accounts of more than 400 million farmers, women, poor and needy people within a matter of days. This shows the strength of governance structure and systems that we have built over the last few years. Friends, India is playing the role of the pharmacy to the world. We have provided medicine to around 150 countries so far during this pandemic. During March, June of this year, our agriculture export rose by 23%. This happened while the entire country was stringent lockdown. Today, our manufacturing is running on full stream. Before the pandemic, India hardly manufactured PPE kits. Today, Not only does India manufacture millions of PPE kits, every month it also exports them. We are also committed to ramping up production. We want to help the entire world when it comes to vaccine production for COVID-19. Friends, the India story is strong today and stronger tomorrow. Let me explain how. Today, the FDI regime has been very well liberalized. We have created a friendly tax regime for sovereign wealth and pension funds. We have undertaken significant reforms for developing a robust bond market. We have come up with incentive schemes for champion sectors. Schemes in sectors like in pharma, medical devices, and electronic manufacturing have already been in operation. We want to ensure high level attention and effective hand-holding for investors. For these, a dedicated, empowered group of secretaries has been made. We are proactively monetizing assets across sectors: airports, railways, highways, power transmission lines, so many. Real estate investment trusts and infrastructure investment trusts have been fully enabled for monetization of both public and private assets. Friends, today, India is undergoing a rapid change in mindset as well as markets. Today, India has embarked on a journey of deregulation and decriminalization of various offenses under the Companies Act. India has risen from 81 to 48 in the Global Innovation Index rankings in the last 5 years. India has risen 142 to 63 in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business ranking in the last 5 years. The result of these improvements are there for everyone to see. India received around 70 billion US dollars from institutional investors in a year and a half between January 2019 July 2020. This is almost equal to that received in 4 years between 2013 and 2017. The continuing confidence of global investor community in India is seen by the fact that FDI into India went up by 20% in 2019. And this when global FDI inflows fell by 1%. India has already received over 20 billion US dollars during the first 6 months of this year from across the globe. This is also the time when COVID-19 has been at peak globally. The International Financial Services Center at GIFT City is one of our major initiatives. Investors could utilize it as a preferred platform to transact globally. We have recently set up a full empowered unified regulator for it. Friends, India has adopted a unique approach posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. We have given relief and stimulus package for the poor and the small businesses. But we have also used this opportunity to undertake structural reforms. These reforms ensure more productivity and prosperity. India has undertaken a trinity of reforms in the field of education, labor, and agriculture. Together, they impact almost every Indian. India has ensured reforms of old laws in the field of labor and agriculture. They ensure greater participation of the private sector while also strengthening the government's safety nets. These reforms will lead to a win-win situation for entrepreneurs as well as for our hardworking people. The reforms in the field of education will further harness the talent of our youth. These reforms have also set the stage for more foreign universities to be able to come to India. The reforms in the labor laws greatly reduce the number of labor codes. They are both employee and employer friendly and will further increase ease of doing businesses. The reforms in the field of agriculture are far-reaching. They will not only give more choice to farmers, but will boost exports. These reforms will support our efforts to build an Atmanirbhar Bharat or self-reliant India. By working towards self-reliance, we seek to contribute to global good and prosperity. Friends, if you are looking to partner in the field of education, the place to be is India. If you are looking to invest in manufacturing or services, the place to be is India. If you are looking to collaborate in the field of agriculture, the place to be is India. Friends, India-Canada bilateral ties are driven by our shared democratic values and many common interests. The trade and investment linkages between us are integral to our multifaceted relationship. Canada is the 20th largest foreign investor in India. More than 600 Canadian companies have presence in India. I am told that Canadian pension funds have pledged around 50 billion US dollars as investment in India till now. Our relationship is perhaps far stronger than what the number suggests. But that also means together we can achieve much more. Canada is home to some of the largest and most experienced infrastructure investors. Canadian pension funds were the first ones to start investing directly in India. Many of them have already discovered great opportunities in a range of areas like highways, airports, logistics, telecom, and real estate. They are looking at expanding their presence and finding new areas to invest. Mature Canadian investors who have been in India for many years now can be our best brand ambassadors. Their own experience, their plan to expand and diversify can be the most credible evidence for all of you to come here too. In addition, you have the benefit of knowing India well. After all, Canada has one of the largest Indian diaspora in the world. There would be no barriers for you here. You would find yourself as welcome here as in your own country. Thank you for inviting me to address this event. Thank you once again. Thank you.
That was Prime Minister Narendra Modi's address at the Invest India conference in Canada. Prime Minister in his address presented India as an attractive destination for all investors from Canada. In his address, he spoke about the shared democratic heritage of the two nations, India and Canada. He spoke about about 600 Canadian companies that already have operations and bases in India. He spoke about the diaspora, Indian diaspora, thriving, diverse diaspora that exists in Canada that forms the foundation really of closer business-to-business ties. While talking about India as an attractive business destination, attractive investment destination, Prime Minister touched on a host of issues, particularly in the current context of the pandemic. Prime Minister spoke about India's potential as a pharmacy giant, as pharmacy of the world. He spoke about how even during the time of the pandemic, India was at the forefront of providing requisite help, whether in terms of medicine or equipment, to different countries, particularly developing countries in the world. It also spoke about, the address was about the manner in which Indian economy has reformed and has become more attractive as an investment destination, whether it's innovation index, where India has moved ahead from rank 81 to 48, or ease of doing business ranking, where India has made a huge jump from 143 to 58 in ease of doing business rankings. Prime Minister also gave a picture of the improvement in FDI in the previous year in 2019, which is indicative of the manner in which India has emerged as one of the most attractive business destinations. He referred to the recent reforms in agriculture, in labor laws and taxation laws, again to suggest that it is going to be more promising for newer businesses to come and make a base in India. Greater participation of private sector is being encouraged in India. Also, there's a government safety net, whether it's agriculture or labor laws. There is a safety net by the government that provides security, safety and law enforceability to everyone. Those were some of the highlights of Prime Minister's address at the Invest India conference taking place in Canada.